Hey everyone, welcome to the Sports Hub podcast presented by Van Ganaway Chevrolet. I'm your host, Kyle Coppola. Thank you to all of our partners that make it happen. Van Ganaway Chevrolet, Lake Center Home Care, Lake Sumter State College, Laster Ware with Auto Owners Insurance. And this podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, and our website, lakeandsumterstyle.com. I am here with the head coach of Beacon College, Sam Vincent. And Sam, thank you for coming on to the program today.
My pleasure, Kyle. Glad to be here.
Sam Vincent is a former NBA champion of the team of 1986 with the Boston Celtics, former first-round draft pick as well for the Boston Celtics. And you have a lot of history, of course, and you are the coach of Beacon College right here in Leesburg.
Yeah, well, like you said, Kyle, I've had a chance to be around the game of basketball for a long time. I've had a chance to play high school level, collegiate level, NBA level, international level. And now for about the last 20 years, I've been coaching. So did a lot of coaching overseas. My last 7 years was in the Middle East. Came back to the States in 2022 and was introduced to this project at Beacon College and wasn't sure where it was going to go, how long I would be here. But I can tell you it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of challenges, but positive challenges. Mm-hmm. And we've been able to recruit, bring in some exciting players, and we're off to a very good start this season.
Yeah, because last season, Beacon College, up until this year, it was a kind of a club sport at Beacon College. And this year, you found yourself in a conference. Now, it was a little tough to start at first. Of course, you're basically in a startup program. But let us know how the season's going. You guys have a winning record right now.
Well, right now, like you said, we're 4-3. The first 3 games, there's a learning curve. The team last year was purely intramural. And it really wasn't so much about winning games. It was about developing players. Mm-hmm. And so our kids at the end of the year all improved in a lot of different areas, their work ethic, their communication, their discipline. So we took year one as a very positive year. But in year 2, we joined the USCAA conference, and we were able to go out and have a very exciting recruiting class of freshmen. We got a kid out of Georgia, Caleb Whitlock, and also in that freshman class is Ernesto Hichez. So we believe that with the freshmen that we were able to bring in, some of the senior classmen that we were able to add, along with a few of the returning players from that team, we have a great balance. The guys get along well. They play hard. And we're excited about the second semester, see how far we can go.
That's awesome. You guys got a lot of good things going on at Beacon College. And for those who don't know what Beacon College is all about, can you tell us a little bit about the school and the program?
Sure. So Beacon College is a 4-year accredited college institution that's primarily focused on students with learning differences. Those learning differences can be anywhere from ADD, ADHD, slight autism, slight dyslexia, but the focus is on high mobility students. So all of our students navigate the campus, they get around, they socialize, they have a great time. So I think a lot of times there's a little misperception in what the school is all about. Mm-hmm. And then once you get to the campus and you see the students and you spend time, you realize that Dr. Haggerty and the staff here are just doing an amazing job and really providing some real strong educational development for this population of students.
And for you personally, what does that mean to be part of a program like that?
Well, for me personally, I'm excited because, the journey of trying to get to somewhere in basketball, it's a different route for every player. Mm-hmm. Some can come straight through Division I, Duke and Michigan State or Michigan. And then some, for whether it's academic, learning challenges, whatever, have to take a different path. Mm-hmm. Might be an international reason why. So to be able to be in this space and to support these athletes who are trying to get to wherever their goals are but need to take a path through Beacon, mm-hmm. I take that pretty serious. So we practice hard. Academically, I want to see them grow as young men. And then we want to make our schedule as competitive as possible so that now when teams watch us play, more recruits want to come. Yeah. But also coaches get a chance to see that our guys can really, really play the game. And for me, to be back home in Orlando and have this mission at this time, it's just really positive.
Yeah, and a lot of people might not know this either. You played with the first team for the Orlando Magic as well, one of the original Orlando Magic players sitting right here in front of us. You also have the opportunity to play alongside or coach alongside your son for the first time in your career, which is really got to be an exciting thing to do.
It is. There's a lot of dads out there that coach their kids in AAU games and maybe even high school. So every dad will understand the challenges of coaching your son. Sometimes you want to jump on them.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to lay back. And so you're always trying to protect the relationship. But at the same time, as a coach, you have to wear the coach hat. So when you're doing something wrong, you got to let them know. So it's a little bit of a balance. But I think Jordique and I enjoy it. Before he came to Beacon, he was at Lourdes University in Ohio. Wasn't really playing as much as he would have liked to. His role was a little bit up and down. So I think this just is a situation where I understand his game a little bit more and can help him build his confidence to be able to go out, help the team, and support his teammates.
I think the great thing, too, about Beacon College is that you might have one or two kids with some neurodiverse stuff going on with some, whether it's D1, D2, D3, NAIA schools, but you have an entire team that maybe has a neuro issue in one spectrum. What is that like coaching? Is it different in any way, or is it the same for you?
You know what? I don't approach it any different way. So I don't try to make the practices any easier. What I do have to understand is that in my population of 15 players, there may be certain guys that understand certain things about the game more than others. So I'm always having to balance it out so that I'm not teaching something that these guys understand that my other 6 guys may not understand. So from that perspective, it's something that I have to always be aware of. But when you make the reference to the traditional schools that have maybe 1 or 2 kids that have a neurodiverse situation going on, we don't even really know if we can validate that, because maybe all 15 of those kids who have never been diagnosed have some neurodiversity going on. So if you look at some of the guys that have been successful in the NBA, like a Magic Johnson, who was diagnosed with dyslexia at 10 years old, there's a large population of guys that may have never been diagnosed but be dealing with some sort of neurodiversity, but just don't know. So, and that's how I approach my team, just like they're normal players like anybody else.
Yeah. In your career, have you ever sort of come up on a situation like that where you wish, maybe a player could have benefited from a school like Beacon College in the past?
Yes. Both coaching men and female, I've ran across players that I've realized academically maybe didn't pick up the plays as quick, or maybe you had to repeat it, several more times. And so I believe the beauty of Beacon is the teaching style that they use help bridge that gap. And then academically, the kids really, really benefit.
Yeah.
So I've seen some situations where kids could have benefited from this kind of situation, but I know there's going to be more. So as I'm traveling internationally, I'm always looking and talking to those clubs or federations who may have players who could benefit from what we offer at Beacon.
On the back of your shirt, you have you wear work ethic. Those 2 words are very important to you. What do they mean to you personally?
Well, work ethic to me means so that's one of what I call 9 championship principles. The other 8 championship principles are what I believe I learned growing up in Lansing, Michigan with Magic Johnson, and then being drafted to the Boston Celtics and playing with Larry Bird, and then, of course, ending up in Chicago. I think those 3 players, out of all of the history and even the future, are such unique players. And when you look at the amount of championship rings gathered by that group of guys, it's hard to really compare how anyone else prepares other than those 3. And so having had a chance to be around them, there's just very, very specific things that they do. And the one thing that I think really steps out is their work ethic, the amount of time that they put into developing their game. A lot of times young players think that they can just be talented and then achieve what they want to achieve. They don't realize that it's hours and hours and hours of hard work. Yeah. And that work ethic, to me, really resembles the most important of those championship principles.
Wow. And you're bringing that right to Leesburg, to Beacon College. Coach, we want to thank you for coming on the program today. We're going to talk to some of your players as well coming up, too.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, Kyle, this was great. Pleasure to be here.
A pleasure to have you on the show. We're going to take a short break. We'll come right back on the Sports Hub. Are you in need of a new car or truck? Then zoom into Van Ganaway Chevrolet, a company that has always been driven by superior customer service. Van Ganaway Chevrolet is your hometown good folk Chevrolet dealer. The dealership has helped generations of Lake County families find the perfect car, truck, or SUV. After 37 years and thousands of Chevrolets sold, Van Ganaway has learned a lot about their customers. They don't want to be pressured, and they don't need a gimmick or giveaway. They just want fair prices and a great overall car buying experience. If you've had bad experiences purchasing automobiles elsewhere, then switch gears and try Van Ganaway Chevrolet. Chances are you'll end up being a part of the ever-growing family of satisfied and loyal customers. Check out Van Ganaway Chevrolet at vgchevy.com or call them today at 352-343-2400. Van Ganaway Chevrolet. Find new roads. Hey everybody, we're back on the Sports Hub. We're talking with Coach Vincent's son, Jordique Vincent. Jordique, you are in your first season here at Beacon College, and what a season it's been. You guys are in your inaugural season playing in your conference. Can you talk about the season so far?
So, so far it's actually been, a very interesting season. The way it started off, with our first couple games, we were right there in our first couple games that we lost, but we just, got tired and gassed out because, this is our first year getting to know everybody, getting to know each other's tendencies, like I mentioned before. But, it's been great so far. We're making a lot of progress. Everybody's making slow improvement player by player. So, that for my dad, that's the main thing. He just wants to see growth, on and off the court. And I feel like everybody on our team has been making that so far.
Yeah, he's definitely pushing that on you guys. I was at the first practice for your team, and he pushed that at the first practice, and that's where you're at right now. You guys go out and you get your first win. What was that like? Yeah, it happened a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
you got your first win, but that must have felt real good.
Yeah, no, that was a surreal thing just because, like I had mentioned before, this is the first time Beacon's really, in the first, like you said, in the school's history, got its first win. So everybody's energy was great. It didn't come easy. Mm-hmm. We played a team that we knew we should beat, but we still had to earn it. But after the game, we took a picture, posted on Instagram. Everybody was happy, and from then it was like we got our first win, but we got this feeling, and we want to keep feeling it.
And coming to Beacon College, what has it been like to be at Beacon College for you personally?
For me personally, it's been great. I mean, they got great professors here. All the professors I've had have made sure, they stay on top of me, make sure I'm turning everything in on time. My learning specialist, she's always on me. She holds me accountable. And then I've been, as I've been here more and more, I've been getting used to the whole, just how everything works. Yeah. The first couple of months, I was still getting the feel, but now coming into the second semester, I'm pretty much understanding everything.
Understanding.
Getting really comfortable.
Getting comfortable, and especially being for you personally here in Leesburg, you're with Beacon College and you're doing some really awesome things. As far as the team and the camaraderie, what has that been like this year for you guys?
That's also been something that, like I mentioned before, through growth, you can tell that guys are just, we're starting to really relish off of each other's games and just make each other better. Some of the things that we're doing now coming into the second semester is actually making sure we have more team bonding events. Uh-huh. We did take a trip to Michigan, which I think you know about, where that was one trip where the team really, really meshed together. and we really had a great time. So that's the biggest thing. I think just doing more things outside of basketball to really get to know each other is the main thing, like other teams do. And that helps you on the court, because on the court you need your brothers, and if you build a relationship off the court, they're gonna go to war with you on the court. So that's important. But it's been great.
I got to ask this question because I asked your father this, Coach Vincent. What has it been like to play for your dad? I believe this is the first time in your career that you two have played for one another.
This is my first time, and there's definitely times where he'll be like, "Don't take this shot" or "Don't do this." And being a player, I might see something different than what he sees, but at the end of the day, when it's when we're in a timeout or when I'm coming down the court and he brings or when we're in a timeout or when we're at the free throw line, in little areas of the game where there is a quick pause, he'll come over and he'll say, "I understand you see what you see, and I understand I see what I see.
Yeah.
But we gotta squash that and let's move on with the game and keep improving." So it's been great playing for him. I think for me, because of the way I am and I'm just a team guy, it's pretty easy for me to let go of anything that happens. And I've just been enjoying it. I don't have any, me and him don't bump heads too much. He jumps on me a little bit, but if anything, when he jumps on me, it actually helps me play better. And sometimes I need a little fire under me,
What's been your favorite part about playing, whether it's high school basketball, college basketball, any favorite memories so far in your
Favorite
career?
memories? Definitely from this year, playing against a school called Trinity College, going to double overtime. And then I hit a game winner in that game.
Oh, you got it
I had to really talk myself into making that shot. So, that's probably the highlight of this year. And then just in general, when it comes to basketball, I just love competing. So for me, it's just the trash talking and all that is the highlight for me, in my opinion. Just getting the trash talk and go at it.
One of the coolest aspects about Beacon College is it's one of only 2 schools that focus on neurodiversity as well. What is it like for you playing with a bunch of guys that that have similar neurodiverse things, whether it's ADHD or autism?
Well,
what is that like?
That's what I like about what the school offers and what we've been doing here at Beacon, because anything that a student might struggle with, we're all open about it, and we all we don't look at it any other way. To be honest, we just go on about it, and we treat it as if it's normal almost. We don't really look at it like, oh, this person has this or this person has that. No, we just go out there, we compete, and I think us being as a team, it makes people who do have a little bit of something more comfortable, because now they're a part of something, they're part of a community, a team, and they almost go away from even remembering that, I have this, because these guys make me feel so welcomed.
Yeah, and that's really what Beacon's message is making all these kids feel welcomed. Looking forward, what can we expect the rest of the season for you guys?
Oh, no, I don't see us doing too much losing. We just added another guy, Ernesto, and he's gonna help us. But yeah, in our conference, I feel like we're one of the top teams, and we got a lot of guys, and we've been doing a lot of surprising, so I think we'll continue to. I really think that this second semester will be even better than the first.
That's awesome. We look forward to it. Jordique, thank you for coming on to the program today.
No problem. All
right, we'll be right back with more players from Beacon College next on the Sports Hub. Nobody wants an aging family member who is unable to care for themselves to be home alone. Lake Center Home Care believes the best healing happens when you are most comfortable. The company provides exceptional personal care in the comfort and privacy of your own home. Whether you need skilled nursing, physical therapy, home health aides, or companion services, your loved ones will enjoy peace of mind knowing you're being taken care of and treated with respect and dignity. Lake Center Home Care is locally owned and managed with a team of highly qualified professionals who are passionate about taking care of their neighbors. Call 352-315-0050 or visit golchc.com to learn more about this amazing company. Hey, everybody, we're back on the Sports Hub podcast presented by Van Getaway Chevrolet. Thanks for joining us right now. I'm joined by Caleb Whitlock, who plays for Beacon College. And Caleb, we've been talking to your coach. We talked to Jordique earlier. And what a season you guys are having. It's your first inaugural season in your conference. And can you talk to us a little bit about the team and what it's like playing for Beacon College?
Man, it's been a pleasure to play for Beacon College. I mean, the team, we're all comfortable with each other. Like half the people with learning differences don't even realize, like we don't even realize that we have it because we treat each other like it's normal. Like, Jordique said earlier, but we treat everybody the same, and playing with the guys, man, it's a pleasure. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah. And where are you originally from? Are you
I'm from the
area?
Georgia area, Atlanta area, towards like the south part of Atlanta. But yeah, I'm coming from Georgia.
What brought you down to Beacon College? Was it the college itself that kind of attracted you to the area?
That's a very good question. I've always wanted to go to Florida. Mm-hmm. I had other schools up north. I just didn't want to go up north. I wanted to go down south even more. I wanted to go to Florida. And so when I saw this, and when Sam texted my coach at the time, mm-hmm. I think my coach found Sam, or Sam found my coach, my high school coach. I'm not really sure which one it was, but whenever I found this opportunity, I was like, you know what, this is gonna be a great opportunity because I get to move on to the next level with my game, and have help at school and all that and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, and your team's doing great. You got a winning record right now. You were able to help the school win their first ever game at this particular level. What was that like?
Oh, the first ever win for the school. It was I definitely enjoyed it like crazy. I mean, it's definitely, it goes down in history. It's the biggest history thing ever. And then after that game, whenever we celebrated, we had fun. Like, yes, the first game win. I was like, I loved the feeling too much. I was like, we can't lose no more. I was like, let's keep winning.
What's it like being coached by a former NBA champion?
Ooh, that's a deep question. Definitely, I realized that getting coached by an NBA champion, my skill has went through the roof. I realized that when I went home for the break, and I started to play with the people that I was playing with before I came to the college, and I realized, oh my gosh, I've gotten like 30 times better. When I'm here, I think, okay, it's normal. I'm on a college level. It's normal. This is just a normal skill base. I'm still the same as in high school. I got back to home and I was like, oh my gosh, I've gotten way better. And so I was like, it's definitely been a pleasure and an amazing time being coached by Sam.
For you on a personal level, what does it mean going to Beacon College? I mean, this is a great gift to the community that this school offers.
Oh yeah, so definitely. I love, Jordique said about the learning specialist. I love how the learning specialist here, you're not going to get this at many other colleges. You're not going to have somebody on you every single day sending you emails saying, get this done, this is what you're missing, and this is what you have to do to pass. They literally give you the route to pass, but it's up to you if you want to do it. And I say the best part about this college is it's similar to every other college, but one part, and that's they're on top of you about your work. They're going to tell you what you need to do, but it's up to you if you want to do it. And that's what I like about the college.
What's your major?
Business.
Business. What do you want to do? You want to keep playing basketball? You want to do? You want to start your own business or?
Well, okay. So I've had multiple businesses before I came to this college. I actually work with my dad on creating businesses. We both got LLCs and all that. But my favorite thing is that I'm getting to improve with my business knowledge instead of relying on my dad because he's got his business major. So I get to improve on my own, which is what Beacon offers. And so I'm very pleasure for that. And whenever I get out of college, I'm hoping to elevate my game stronger and go farther. But if it comes down to it, I have that backup plan to where I can lock in and make a business.
What's been your favorite memory so far?
That Michigan trip. That Michigan trip, man.
Jordique talked about that too. What happened on the Michigan trip?
Well, I fractured my finger.
Oh.
So the favorite part to me about the Michigan trip was how we all reacted with each other. There was no troublemaking. We always kept each other in check. Nobody was late. Everybody was on top of each other. We had a busy schedule. I mean, it was 4 days of back-to-back activities with each other, and nobody got tired of it. Everybody was just positive vibes. And so, that was the best part about it, it felt like family. It felt like you can trust everybody on that bus or on that court. Mm-hmm. You can trust everybody because we all are comfortable with each other. And my favorite part is that I learned how to play through an injury because I thought it was just jammed, but it was fractured. It was pretty badly fractured, and I still played through it.
Was that your first injury you've ever had on the basketball court? Wow.
That's my first ever injury, and so I didn't know what it was until I got home and got my own hand actually looked at.
But you're playing through it, and Beacon, you guys are doing quite the job. I asked Jordique this earlier as well. What are you looking for the rest of the season? How deep do you think you can go?
I'm a winner. I hate losing. I lose, I get mad. It's like I put my all into the game. Like I put my heart into the game. I lose, I get mad. But I really think we're gonna keep winning. I mean, we are versatile. Our whole team's versatile. We've done a lot of embarrassing, and I feel like we're gonna keep doing some embarrassing because we put trust in each other. Like if one person's not doing well, we're always lifting each other up. Mm-hmm. It's not let one teammate fall. If one falls, then we all pick them up. That's how we move.
Look out for the Blazers. Caleb, I want to thank you for coming on the podcast today. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll be right back on the Sports Hub next. Are you ready for your future to take flight? Whether you're graduating high school or looking to level up, Lake Sumter State College offers affordable degrees and certificates that will punch your ticket to success in a rewarding career. Plus, with programs like Direct Connect to UCF, your opportunities with LSSC are endless. So, what are you waiting for? Join us in Leesburg, Claremont, Sumterville, Four Corners, or online. Learn more at lssc.edu. Welcome back to the Sports Hub podcast. Right now, we are with the Beacon Blazers basketball team. We're talking with Ernesto Hichez, and Ernesto's from the Dominican Republic. And
Yes.
yeah, Ernesto, you are here. You're going to be playing for the Beacon Blazers. Very exciting time for you.
Yeah, I'm so excited to start my season with the team and get some shots up on court, and that,
Yeah, you got a really exciting things coming your way. How did you end up getting recruited to come to Beacon?
Yeah, my history is a little bit interesting because, first of all, I play for my country. Like, I represent Dominican Republic in a FIBA tournament in the America Cup, and then I spent a high school year, my senior year, I spent it in high school in Miami. And after the end of the season, I continue playing some AAU tournaments, and Coach Sam saw me playing, and he get the contact of my coach, and they talk about me, and that's the way that I came.
That's
here.
cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, we were trying to get Coach onto the program a couple of weeks ago, and he was down recruiting you. So it's like exciting times. What's your favorite thing about basketball?
My favorite thing about basketball is that it's a sport that you have to give your heart and be like, it's so like an excited sport, like making threes and then play D and then get back. And that's my favorite thing. That's my favorite thing about basketball. That it is an excited sport.
What are you most looking forward about playing for the Blazers?
What am I looking forward is to help them as much as I can with my presence on court and off court. Mm-hmm. On court with making points, playing defense, getting rebounds off courts, always telling my teammates what they are doing wrong, what they are doing right, and if they're doing wrong, what they should do to make it better.
Do you have a favorite memory of basketball so far in your career? Anything happened in your life so far?
When I received the notice that I will be traveling with the Dominican Republic team to Mexico to play the America Cup.
Yeah, that must have been to play for your home country.
Yeah.
Well, what is it like coming from the Dominican Republic and now playing in the United States? And how does that?
The situation is hard because that we don't have like this contact with some maybe USA coaches that they want maybe Dominican players, but we don't have like the contact and we don't have like this bridge to get here and to demonstrate our talent, and the situation is tough.
Yeah, but you are kind of a beacon of hope, and so is Beacon College when you think about it, as far as athletics go, and you're going to be coming over to the United States, getting an opportunity to further your career, which is really exciting. It must feel really good for
that's
you.
That's like my most excited because I received the opportunity to get here to demonstrate my talent, and also which is more important, get an education.
Yeah, definitely get an education, and Beacon College will certainly give you that. So we wish you luck with the remainder of the season. What are you most looking forward to as far as this season goes? Because you literally just got here, so you're a fresh player. You're coming in. This is a startup school as well, so this is big for them to get a player of your caliber.
But even if it's a new program, we always have to look forward so far, and I want to reach the playoffs and go as far as we can this season.
Yeah, we can't wait to watch you on the court. So thank you so much, Ernesto, coming in. We wish you the best of luck with the Beacon Blazers this season.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
I want to thank the Beacon Blazers for coming in today, and Coach Sam Vincent. Was a lot of fun to talk to him and his boys. Want to thank our partners, Van Ganaway Chevrolet, Lake Center Home Care, Lake Sumter State College, Lassiter Wear with Auto Owners Insurance, and of course our podcast available online on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and our website, lakeandsumterstyle.com. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on the Sports Hub Podcast.